All right, so we've got the new Neewer stand that we're using with the Roxiva. It's an upgraded design. We're gonna do a quick unboxing and setting up here with the Roxiva. It's a nice design because it allows you to be able to be individual or group, and it's a heavy duty stand, so it's really well made. It comes packaged really nicely as well. So I'm gonna put the packaging aside here and we'll get things undone here. Oh, it's zip tied. This is fun. I've never seen one of these on one of these. Hopefully I'll be able to. There we go. Try not to make a mess. So this is the weight bag. The weight bag comes with it. It's obviously empty, but we use the weight bag when we want to counterbalance the weight of something on the other end of the stand. You can put marbles in it, water bottles. It's got zip compartments here. And so this can hang either from the end of the pole, which I'll show you, or it can sit over the legs. So we'll get back to that in a minute. Here we have the stand. And we're gonna just take that out of the plastic. As I said, for the money, this is one of the best made stands on the market. It's solid and it's attractive. Get this out of the way as well. So how to use it? There's two parts, the legs and then the upper part. So I'm gonna show you the legs first. Basically, we wanna extend the legs out. Now, the best way to do it is to make sure that this is flat. It's like parallel. Can you see how that just kind of stays and then tighten it up? This gives you the maximum leg spread. You want the maximum leg spread because you don't want it to be tippy because you're going to be putting the Roxiva on the end of it and you don't want it to fall over. So the way I always do it is I always put one leg forward. You never want to position it where you're putting the Roxiva and the two legs are spread like that, because then there's nothing holding it and it can tip. So we're just going to put that down with one leg forward. Let's say we'll use the one with the word Neewer on it, all right? So that's that. So we're going to put this down, and this is really cool. I've never seen one like this before. It really is a hybrid between the higher end, the really expensive ones, and the less expensive ones that I've been using. But it's got springiness, which prevents it from being bouncy and rough, okay? But it also has everything inside the channel. So a lot of people are gonna look at this and be like, oh, I attached the Roxiva up here, this is the top. But actually, it's kind of cool because the Roxiva goes and it arcs over. And so how do I make this thing arc over? So we're gonna extend that all the way out. And when we lift this all the way up, this top bar, when we lift it all the way up, you're gonna notice this wants to go forward. So what's happened is this pole was living inside here, right? And to close it, we just go back up and then it goes right back down inside. So you can set it up here, but then it's just going to be facing wherever you're facing, which is cool. But if you ever want to suspend it above something, you loosen this right here, this tab, and then it will open and allow you to make this a telescoping arm. And that'll twist as well. So now this guy is the adjustment for up and down. So we'll tighten that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna play around and you're gonna find an area where you feel like, oh, okay, this is nice, this is comfortable, I like where this is. And we're gonna show you now how to put the Roxiva on the end of it. So this guy also telescopes, so it can go out pretty far. And we've got two ends to this. This is the fatter end, and then there's a cap over the thinner end. We're always going to use the thinner end. Now you can use this guy with the Roxiva directly. You can just screw this right into the Roxiva. Okay, and now this will just insert into here, and then we just tighten it. And now the Roxiva is held in place, and we can adjust it any way we want. So I'm gonna actually bring this up a little bit, And then we're gonna loosen that, and as you can see now, it's pointed where we want to point it. And it's sturdy because I've got my leg up front. So as you can see, I've got the Roxiva pointing in the same direction as this leg. So it will not tip over. There we go. There is another way to do it if you want a lot of adjustability, and that's using a swivel mount. I'll show you that real quick. So I'm just gonna take this out by loosening. I'm gonna unscrew this, and I'm going to put this little plate, which I'll show you where it attaches, onto the Roxiva. So we're gonna tighten that up. And I put it the same direction as the screen so it doesn't interfere with the screen. And then I'll just use a key, because there's a slot here. You can use a coin as well to just turn this and tighten it against the Roxiva. So this is the accepting plate, and this is the ball mount. So a ball mount allows for swiveling and pivoting. So there's a notch here, so you can actually allow this to drop all the way down. So now I can point the Roxiva in any direction I want to do, as well as straight down, so if I want to lay down, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this into that. And actually, you could screw either end into this. This has an adapter in it that makes it smaller, but if you ever lose this adapter, then you could just plug the fatter end in, so you're never going to get stuck that way. So we'll screw that in, and then insert that into the end. And now we have an articulating mount for the Roxiva. How does this attach? Well, we'll just drop this down into the little slot that I was showing you there for safety. And you're gonna see there's a adjustment here. Let me tighten this to keep it from rolling around. There's an adjustment here that opens these clamps. We're gonna drop the Roxiva in there. And you'll notice there's 2 Allen screws. Those go right into this channel. You'll notice it clicks in. Some designs might be a little different, but it's always going to be pretty much the same thing of you clamping in. And then we'll just loosen that. And now we are installed. And I can actually now point the Roxiva anywhere I want, up to the ceiling, whatever I want to do. And that is installing the Roxiva onto the ball mount, onto the new stand. Thank you.